All right. So you guys have been in this realm for about half a day now. It feels like half a day, but you really can't tell time other than the fact that looking through this looking glass of sorts, you can see the light is starting to fade. It's probably getting closer to uh, kind of evening hours, and you're feeling hungry. You are definitely feeling hungry. So right now you have about a 2 to 3 foot diameter when you're holding your like right over the ground there, Edward. What do you guys all want to do?
I have an idea. I wander off looking for sticks on in the other plane.
Okay. So what you're looking, yeah, you come across some, piles of twigs and everything as you shine your light down on them.
I kind of kick through the light and kick them into a bundle. I'm like,
Okay, as you like put your foot in and out, like you notice you get some mud on your boot, and then as you pull it out of the light, the mud instantly dries and just dusts off. You kick a couple of the branches a little too far, and as they skip out of the light and into the darkness, they just turn to dust and ash and scatter into the wind. You eventually have a little bit of a mound of twigs and sticks and stuff shining in your beacon.
guys, we should light this pile of sticks on fire in the other dimension.
And what would that accomplish exactly?
We can stick our hands through and cook meat.
But think about what would happen if we tried pulling the meat back through. Would it just turn to dust? Would
You
it
stick your head
uncook
through
itself?
and eat the meat.
Next to a fire?
I don't know. Work with me. I can. I don't know. We can light the fire and do half and half and see if the fire stays on the other dimension from the other one.
Kenshin, you see this discussion going on in the distance. What are you doing while Edward's going around kicking sticks into a pile?
I am keeping my eyes open for not men, because I mean, just because they're not necessarily influencing on directly on the other side anymore doesn't mean that they're not
Oh,
like right here.
So are you at the top of the hill? I'm guessing, kind of looking
Yes.
down. It's the light doesn't change in here, so you're able to see it. You're not seeing much in terms of body movement. You probably recognize the style of this camp more than the others, as it very closely resembles some pictures and some paintings of old warrior setups from where you reign from. The
Yes.
style of the tents and the layout of the different size of tents looks very familiar. But the fog and the mist is so thick, you don't see anything that looks like movement because everything is moving. So it's hard to tell for sure if anything might be going on. Sirach, you hear the wizard yelling about how he wants to, light a fire and then put your hands in right next to the fire to make some meat and then put your face in there to eat it and all this kind of stuff. What are you doing?
I'm kind of in accord with the wizard. I'm kind of on the same page. It's the best option we have right now.
So you're looking at about 2 foot diameter of light. Um, Probably 70% of the interior is full of this pile of wood and sticks and all of that.
I've got the nephews over, guys. I'll have to be right back. I'm gonna go help the youngest one to sleep.
Okay.
Tension's up on the hill, so it's okay.
I'll be right back.
So you guys are all kind of looking over this light, looking at this pile of sticks on the ground. What do you all want to do?
Somebody light it on fire. I have an idea.
It seems like we don't have any other choice, so I walk over, I pull the same trick that I used earlier with my bow, and I attempt to try to create some sort of charcoal and fire from it.
Yeah, you stick your hands back through now, and you have like this light coming up pretty far up your forearm, and you feel again the warmth of the sun, and you start twisting your bow back and forth on the string, and you start feeling heat radiate on your hands, and within a few minutes you actually have some sparks, and it begins to light up a little bit where you can see a flicker of flame, and you can definitely start feeling some heat on your hands as you still have them in this light, creating a flame. The heat's not very strong, like it's very much an internal like wood burning when you're making the charcoal. It's not a full flame or anything like that.
Can you make the flame bigger?
I'm trying my best here. You try working in a space like this.
You would recognize that there's not, it's just like the hard wood. There's not really any kindling or anything. So you'll be able to get like charcoal and hot wood, but nothing flame from what you're doing right now. Like no good flame as is.
I appreciate all the sticks and such, but where's the kindling?
The what?
Tiny dry stuff that burns easily.
He's always cooked us very bad meals. It's now apparent why.
The what?
Oh crap!
I have an idea! In my bag. Hold on. Wait. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah. That's not a good idea. Shit. Never mind.
Just start it on fire how you normally do.
No. Yes.
If
Yes.
we burn down Rohan's camp, I
in
don't
my
think
bag.
he'll be too mad.
I'm sorry to say this, but grab one of my old books.
Okay.
That one. Yes, that one. Take a couple
is the book
pages. Take a couple pages out of the back. Set them alight.
What is the book actually called, by the way? I'm curious.
You don't need to know that, child. You're not old enough for that yet.
But can I can see like the actual book. Can I read what's on the front?
No.
Oh, you probably could. It's the falsehoods concerning the present disagreements of the provinces.
Sure.
Alright then. I decided to rip out a couple pages, set it next to where I'm using my bow trick, and start trying to light it on fire.
Yeah, within a couple more minutes, you have a flame going, and it's starting to get quite toasty on your hands, almost kind of starting to feel painful. The flames begin to kind of grow, and within this area, yeah, it's filling pretty far up with fire and your hands and your bow.
Yeah, I pull everything away, try to throw some of the sticks carefully on
I'm
top of
going
it to try to keep the
to,
fire going.
Yeah, as you pull your hands away, immediately, like, you have a sense of just not really cool, but you lose the intense burning on your hands. You still feel the tingling of like a sunburn as you pull them out, and there's no heat radiating from this. It's all encompassed, like, and held within this light source coming from his staff.
I'm gonna try something. And I move my staff over slightly. See if the fire stays.
Yeah, as you begin to move it, you see part of the fire kind of just fade. But the flames are still flickering in, like you can still see, half of the fire there kind of flickering on and on.
And I just move the light back over the fire.
Yeah, the fire's still there. The flames have kind of gotten to their maximum height now. And about 90% of the circumference is full of this campfire now.
Right,
You tell like the part of your staff that's light, the very tip, it is actually starting to brown a little bit because it's so close to the flames.
Alright, take a ration and see if you can cook it. Part of a ration. Don't waste a whole ration, child.
Please stop calling me child. I pull out the last bit of ration I have, and I slowly approach the fire.
Yeah, as you hold it up, like it just looks like a piece of dead meat. Like it's just gray. There's no color to it, like whatever you might have. But as you toss it on the flames, it springs to life red and vibrant, and it starts sizzling on the flames. You can't smell anything though. Like you can see the smoke is starting to fill this light and go somewhere, but it's not coming to where you are. The light on the end of your staff where it's showing starts to kind of get darkened with this smoke, and the ring begins to kind of shrink, Edward. As your staff is kind of pointed right over it, the smoke is coming up and kind of dulling the light.
I tilt it a bit so it's not in the direct fire.
As you tilt it, the light actually expands. And so now instead of the 2 feet, it's almost like this 3 or 4 foot long oval shape.
Brilliant. Go get your meat from that. Stand over there and retrieve the meat. And eat it over there.
Sirach, you see that as Edward kind of moves his staff down, the lens kind of grows, almost like a flashlight when you point it close and then far away. It expands a little bit, and he's telling you to go eat. You're still in snake form. What do you want to be doing?
Well, I'm gonna have to revert and cook
He's not in
myself a
snake form
ration.
anymore. Remember, he came down out of the tree and told us.
Oh, yeah,
where to
yeah.
go.
You step in, like you're small, so you step in, and the heat from this fire, it's pretty intense. You're standing about not even more than 2 feet away from this pretty good. It's up to your waist, but up to the knee of like a normal person.
What are you saying?
Exactly, a normal, not halfling person. It's feeling quite warm in here, almost like you wish you had a little bit more space. You might be able to toss your ration on, but you won't be able to stay this close to the fire for long.
I just have to toss it on and step back for a bit. I don't really need to eat a whole lot.
Okay.
Grab a couple rations out of my bag and toss them on the fire.
Well, because of the by nature sustained. I mean, well, I guess since we're in this plane, I can't really be eating berries and stuff along the way like.
Yeah, no, there's you'll need an actual ration for this plane. There's no fresh food here.
Using
Yeah, I'll just have to throw it on and kind of step back
I'm using 2 rations, one
and
for
just
me
kind
and
of
one
keep
for
an eye
Daisy.
on it.
Okay. Yeah, Daisy kind of walks into this tiny light and kind of looks at you like, seriously, there's better ways to do this, and tosses hers, eats it, and she holds yours like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Set it over there in the light.
Just that's it, like kind of dusts the ground, and then she stops like, why am I trying to dust the ground? It's going on the ground, and then just places it down there and walks back out.
And I hand her my staff to hold on there, and I go and eat my.
As you do, she um lifts her arms up as high as she can, and the circle like expands to almost a 6-foot circumference. She's like, "This is all you had to do, you dumbass wizard."
But my arms were tired. I eat my ration.
You could tell there's a moment of thought where she's like, "All I have to do is just go like that." He loses food. He's gone. He's not here anymore. Like, all I have to do is just go like that. Just turn my hands. He's she's struggling with it, but eventually you come back out. She hands you staff, and I assume Kenshin makes his way out of the
Let's just assume
the
he
hill.
eats.
He comes down. He eats. So everybody take their ration off if you have any damage, which I believe that's only Kenshin. You can remove that. I believe it's up to your half of your max HP, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that's all done. So the fire starts to kind of flicker and die out a little bit. There is enough room for, well, depending, like, Edward, once you get to your staff back, what are you doing with it? Are you trying to follow Daisy's example, or?
Yeah, I'm still holding it up there. I'm holding it.
So there's enough room for everyone, excluding Edward, to kind of stand or sit near the campfire. Edward is just out there by himself, doing the
I
Statue
have-
of Liberty.
No, I have an idea though. I'm going to where is it? I'm gonna summon a monster.
Okay.
So we're gonna intelligence, right?
Let me pull that back up because I'm still
It's a spell.
trying to learn
Yeah, it's a spell.
Dominator.
Where is the thing? That leaves me with 9.
Cure, cause,
charges.
fear, fireball, vision. Summon monster. Yes, got it.
Yeah, I got a 14, by the way.
All right. Yes. So
And then I have
let's
to roll
see.
for 1d6 these traits, so I have to roll a 1d6 after you tell me what it is. No, I roll and
It's-
then you tell me. That's what it is.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
It's got 5. Okay, it's got 5 of these good traits.
Okay. What are those traits?
It has got +2 strength instead of +1. It's +2 HP for every level I have, and that's 2. Has some useful adaptation, and it's not reckless.
And how are you casting this while holding your staff? Because it does require both hands to do this spell, I would assume, or at least one of them. So how is that all going down?
I'm still holding the staff up so everybody. Is everybody by the fire? Is that what's happening? Did everybody?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
standing by
they've
the
pretty
fire?
much just like, okay, if you're gonna volunteer to stand there and hold, I would assume they're all. I don't know. You guys tell me. The old man is holding up the.
Yeah, no, he's the one that got us into this. He gets to stand there and hold it.
Yeah, I got no objections to that.
Whatever. I'm sitting there holding it, and so I just kind of. If they're all like relatively close, I just kind of drop it and send like a wave of magic through the staff a little bit into the ground. Kind of.
Through the light or next to you? Where are you actually casting this creature?
In where I'm at.
Okay, so in the shadows and all that.
Yeah.
So this creature begins to form, and it's really a solid, but not solid mass of smoke. It's like it's pretty much a smoke monster. But you can tell, like, as you tell it to hide, it just dismisses into the mist, disappears, and then reforms a few feet away from you. So it's pretty easily able to disappear.
As long as it can hold the staff.
Yeah, it has additional strength, so it just summons more of this darkness into it, but and it raises the staff. But you start to feel a little bit of your power losing, and you can tell that you won't be able to keep the light throughout the night. You will need your rest and to basically refocus yourself to regain your power and all of that. And you also will be taking a -1 to all future spells.
That's fine. Everybody rest up while they can. I don't know how long I can hold this. I'll stay awake as long as I can.
Just tap me when the light runs out. I'll keep watch after that.
You'll probably be dead. Or on the other plane. I don't know how this works yet.
Well, what watch order are we taking? I know it's tough without Hawk here. So while we wait for him, yeah, Terrace, why don't you or Taras, I forgot your name.
Terrace.
Terrace, yeah, I've been saying it right. Just questioned myself there. You haven't met with these guys before. This is your first time going out with them, so tell them a little bit of a story to have them get to know you a little bit better, maybe trust you a little bit more, show that you're not a child. Have that conversation.
Well, if they're interested, I could tell them the story of the boar.
Sure. Tell me a boar story.
So, I was out hunting with my father and brother back before I, of course, came here. And while we were tracking this elk, I noticed a second set of footprints. I decided to deviate from everyone and follow the tracks and ended up finding a wild boar that had also come across two of my clansmen, one being a child. I shot an arrow into the boar, got its attention, went and hid in some trees, got it confused, and in order to silence the beast for good, I dropped down on top of it, plunged my sword through its armor, and just continued to hold it down until eventually breathed its last breath.
Amazing.
One of the only times I've actually killed a creature that I did not regret killing.
Oh, I have yet to regret killing anything.
Yeah, I can tell.
A lot of it was self-defense. Many people want me
No,
dead.
it wasn't.
I have reason to doubt that.
The only reason it was self-defense is because a member of our party started the fight.
Exactly. Self-defense.
Yeah, it's strange as you guys sit in this area and you feel the sun disappear, and yet you can look around and stick your hand through the other side and just feel nothing, and pull it back in here. This light shifting is so spooky and strange. It's almost revitalizing just to hear the sound of life. You hear the birds chirping, and the crickets starting to play their orchestra of the night. You hear the sound of these large flapping wings of what most of you would know of the large red eagles that soar in this plane, flying above and cawing as they finally get home to rest in their nest. And as the sun finally fades, the night cools off and it's comfortable. The campfire is now welcoming. It's not overbearing in heat. It's something that you might scoot a little closer to, but you can tell the light is fading. So from your recollection, Edward, you would know once you fall asleep, that light spell is going to disappear. So I guess what we'll do, let's just pause play until Hawk gets back. If you guys do need to get up and go do anything, that's cool. I'm just gonna hang out here because I do want to make sure he's here so we can set up who's gonna go on watch, all that kind of stuff and things.